7.
R-Dub.
Man, this is the deal. Today we're going to be talking about The Boys. Now, I know everybody has an Amazon account, and to be honest, we have an Amazon account so we can get our packages, but not necessarily so we can watch content. And originally, I thought that they were trying to sell me some new stuff the same way that they try to hit you with the Amazon Music and the Kindle and all of that stuff. And then it was like, no, these videos come with the package. So I figured, why not dive in and check out a couple of them. The Boys, that's like our favorite show on there right now. And it just gives you a different perspective. Like if you want to take a trip back to the Captain America Civil War movie, Captain America, how, he didn't want anybody to be able to use people with superpowers as their own personal weapon. Like you think about how devastating a nuclear weapon can be, but it can be just as devastating if you send Storm to a country and say she was evil, and she could turn that whole place out in an evening, and it is no problem at all. So this show kind of goes on that point. It's like, what if companies or the government have control over people with powers, and all the problems that might come with that.
This is a dark superhero show, so it ain't gonna be a goody two shoes. This ain't no Smallville. Like if Batman or Superman. Well, I ain't gonna say Batman. Superman become all that power. Would he be just a goody two shoes, or would he do some bad things in the middle? It make you wonder, like how they always say, too much power can corrupt. This will give you that feeling of how much power you have can corrupt you and do some extremely fucked up and shitty things. So,
like, it's a story where it takes a traditional superhero story, but then it kind of inverts it at that point. So now you're dealing with superheroes, but they really have maybe a morally ambiguous perspective. You think they're for you, like on the surface, and when they're out on commercials, they're the superheroes as you expect them to be. But the more you peel back the curtain, the more you kind of turn over the layers of the onion, you realize there's a lot more going on than you think it is. And just because somebody, like celebrities, just because somebody is smiling and you like their music and they're cool in the public, it doesn't mean that they're actually that way in real life.
Oh yeah, and basically building off what you were saying, I feel like this superhero show is like how people go to work every day, right? You go to work, you're this certain person. You're probably nice. If you customer service, you got your nice voice. You're being nice to everybody. Any day, your boss probably say, your regular person say what your boss say to you. You probably cuss them out. You probably want to fight them, but you're not gonna do that in your regular day. You go home probably a different person. It probably a whole, what I'm saying? It's like how people be nice at work and wild after work. This is kind of the same thing here. Like, these superheroes, you're going to see them, like, because they're still that's really their job. That's not supposed to be their whole entire life, but that's really their job. And then afterwards, you start to get to know who these real people is. And they're going to show you some of their real lives, man. And you're going to relate to it. Some of them going to relate to it. Some of them going to be some wild
some of those
shit.
things I hope they don't relate to.
Yeah. Hopefully you don't.
Some of those things I don't want them relating to that. It kind of starts off with a normal character, and what happens to him and how it causes some opposition with these people. And then you also have somebody else who has abilities, and you're seeing her journey as she begins to want to be one of these people. So you get to see two perspectives in this, like one with somebody with powers, and the other one who has some frustrations and he's trying to work out his aggressions in some way, form, or fashion. And when he's going through this stuff, he runs into somebody who gives him something of an interesting opportunity in order to kind of,
very interesting.
Yeah, to kind of balance things out. So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna try to give anything more than that, but just know that this is something that's very different. Like it's like, if you like hero stuff, understand that much like the Marvel shows that we see on Netflix, this is taking it from an adult perspective. So make sure the kids are asleep, Because this stuff is gonna pop out and you're not gonna be ready. You know, I'm just letting you know how it is. But other than that, then you also have something to where, like the characters' lives come together in certain ways that you wouldn't think that they would cross paths with. But even though somebody doesn't have powers, doesn't mean that they don't have options.
The show ultimately shocked me even in the first few moments. The first episode, your jaw gonna definitely drop. It's gonna be some things in there you're gonna see, and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Soon as you watch the first fucking episode. Soon as you watch the first episode. But let you know the main character, which is played by, his name is the Butcher on the show, but his played by Carl Urban. You probably seen him in Riddick, Star Trek. He was actually in Thor Ragnarok too, but he didn't play big roles. You can see him in Doom. I know a lot of people don't like Doom, but I thought it was okay. So don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. I actually thought the movie was okay.
I mean, Doom was kind of bad. I don't know if it's as bad as.
Gang banging, gang banging, gang.
Yeah, what the? Who would do this? Who would do this?
Some things. But sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, it's okay. He was the second Judge Dredd. So, you know, he played in a nice amount of movies, and he's the leading character in here, and he's the leader of the Humans. And I don't want to spoil anything for you because even in the beginning, his intentions ain't known. You'll find out very soon, but his intentions ain't known. But he's a very interesting character in here. You get to see his struggle. You get to see you can see what's fueling him. Why is he doing the certain things that he's doing? Why he's so grim?
One thing I definitely like about Carl Urban's character is how he has a really, like every leader should, he's really great at motivating people. Like everybody he runs into, even some people is like, I'm not fucking with you, get away from me. Somehow he's able to use his charisma and his know-how to get people to do what he wants them to do. Now, fortunately, he does have somewhat of he does have a solid goal, you know, with people's best interests at heart in a way. But, you know, he's really good at just knowing people, knowing how to motivate people, knowing how to push this person there and that person there and come together. Kind of like, you know, in the A-Team, like they always have a plan. He's the guy with the plan. So he sees it from a top-down perspective where everybody else is more so focused on what's in front of him. So he's kind of, in a way, almost like playing chess with people, but not so much in a bad manipulative way, because like I said, he has a goal, but he's not just flying by the seat of the pants. Even though he kind of looks like he is, he has a whole scheme in mind. So I like that about his character also.
Oh yeah, and last but not least, not gonna give you too much on him, but another main character on the hero side is Homelander, and he's basically like Superman, but you know what? I'm not even going to tell you much of it, but just understand he's a character on this show, and either you're gonna love him or hate him. And when you see the things that he do, it's gonna be wild. Like I said, it's a wild show that you definitely want to be a part of. It's definitely all adult. Definitely it's more vibes of the Marvel that was on Netflix. So it's very dark, extremely gory. Do not watch it with kids unless you're okay with them watching.
Right, and if you're squeamish, you might not want to watch it either.
Right.
That's not going to be a good time for you. But lastly, powers don't run the show. Like back in the day, I remember I was very much into Heroes, and Heroes was a great show for that time. But I remember it came out more recently and it kind of flopped. And I think the reason for that is back then, seeing superheroes in prime time was like a rarity. Like we only saw them in movies and things like that. But when it comes down to today, like we need something a lot more than just some flashy superpowers in order to keep our attention. We need characters with, you know, kind of a dueling personality, characters with conflicts and real issues, human issues, hero issues. We need more of a complex foundation. You know, them having powers is cool, but it has to have a good story with those powers as well. If that means sacrificing some superhero time in order to do that, it can be a beautiful thing, and The Boys shows us that tenfold.
See you soon.
Till next time.